Hey, Tina O here. Oh, I'm out with my dog, Muttley. It's July the 12th, and I'm 2 days post triathlon. Yeah, 2 days post triathlon, and I thought it's raining a little bit, so I'm not really a cowboy, but that's why I got my little Bowen Island rain hat on. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the story of what happened, because I haven't actually debriefed the race yet with anybody. But first, let me show you my t-shirt. I can, and I will. And that's from the one and only Gina Best, who brought it to me in great timing. Because some of you may or may not know my story. I'm almost a year ago today, or to the triathlon, I guess really, I had finished my last radiation treatment for stage 3 tonsil cancer. And I'm not really a cancer poster girl, if you know what I mean. I'm a life poster girl and maybe a resilience poster girl. And this really isn't a video about overcoming cancer or becoming a triathlete or overcoming obstacles. It's not what this is about. It's not what my journey is about, although you could probably say all of that's in here. This is about life. And dealing with the stuff that life sends you, and how to live in and amongst all of it. So I'm Tina O. My website is Tina O Life. It's a hub for all things worth living for. And I'm down at the beach today, and where it all started. I've always been a water girl. I didn't grow up in a household where we did lessons or didn't do swimming lessons. We didn't even do birthday parties. So grew up with a bunch of brothers. Wasn't a very fun place. I was the youngest, and so I got kind of tough. And so much of the cancer journey, I think, for me, was about reclaiming actually being soft, being feminine, being in my body, and not having to be strong. And it's like, or maybe the story of strength changed. It shifted. It wasn't about being outwardly strong. It was about being inwardly strong. So let me tell you what happened, because you've been watching, lots of you have been watching this, and I can't believe it. Almost 4,000 people have actually watched me cross the finish line. Like, I can't believe that. Almost 4,000 of you. And I think that speaks to the piece inside of us that says, could I do that? Could I? And I want you to know that you could. Like, you can. You absolutely can. So here's what happened. I did cross the finish line. And lots of you know that the week, 10 days before, I had been ready to call it. I was in tears, total fall apart, because I had a shoulder injury because my beautiful 6-year-old son had a marathon temper tantrum one day. Hold on, Muttley. And my arm was like this. I was holding him while he was kicking, right? So he was kicking, and I was holding him like this to keep him away from my body so he couldn't hurt me. And somehow in doing that, I ended up with a shoulder injury. And so I'd been, had a kickboard. I've been training for a number of months on getting to the 1,500 meters swim with a kickboard, because I couldn't rotate my shoulder. And let's be honest, I couldn't really swim anyway. Like, really. 25 meters, maybe, using my arms. But I was determined to do this triathlon. And I thought, well, screw this. I'm going to do it with a kickboard. Just try to stop me. Just try to stop me. And for me, it was about endurance, right? It was about strength. It wasn't about being a swimmer. So about 10 days before, I find out I'm not allowed to bring a kickboard. And I totally lose it. Like, I can tell you that all kinds of things came up, and maybe I'll get to that tomorrow in more the debriefing of the personal side, I think, of this. Excuse me. So Gina Best, God love her, who gave me this t-shirt, says to me, she says, just get your ass in the water. Just get in the damn water. Dog paddle. I think she even said fucking dog paddle if you have to. Just fucking dog paddle. Oh, Gina, how I love you. And then about 2 days before, no, 2 days before, come out to the ocean here to do a swim, and it all falls apart. And I had done 1,000 meters before without my kickboard, and but it all fell apart. I'm out in the ocean, I can't do it. And then I run into Dana, who lives here close to where I live, and she's a swimmer, she's a little angel, and she tells me, she says, give me your word you're gonna do this. I'm like, okay, I guess I promise. Okay, I'll make a promise, I'll do this. And so I get to the race, swim cap, t-shirt from Gina, ready to rock. And I'm actually feeling pretty good. Now, if you look at the pictures, I look terrified, and I was terrified. Terrified, not about the bike, not about the run. Girl, these legs, look at these legs. You can't see these legs. Anyway, look at these legs. I am built for power. I got power legs. I should have been a figure skater maybe, or a dancer. I am built for that. So I was not worried about that. I was terrified of the swim. I was terrified. In fact, what I said was, there's no way in God's green earth I'm going to come this far and lose my dignity by having my ass hauled out of the water. No damn way. And I was going to quit because I didn't want to lose my dignity. That I fought too hard to get here for that to happen. That's not going to happen. So we get to the space, and I have a space as in, so funny, I have a theater background, so everything to me is kind of in theater language. We get there, and I'm pretty grounded now. I'm looking around going, oh, I like this. It's good. It's okay. I'm good. I'm good with this. It's good. Start seeing people in the water. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can totally do this. I can just go, from buoy to buoy. I'll get there. Just, I'll get there. And they do the countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, okay, go. Jump in the water. Whoosh, right? Jump in the water. The water's cold, but I'm a West Coaster, so I'm okay. I'm like, this is okay. Oh, the water was nice. It was like, oh, this is refreshing. I like this. This is good. I like this. And then I start looking at everybody around me who are swimmers. Like, they don't swim. They're swimmers. The way I feel on my bike and running, maybe they don't feel like that in the water, but there's a level of comfort. Not comfort, it's freaking cold, but there's a level of comfort in there I don't have. So I start going. I'm like, I'm gonna glide, I'm gonna side glide. Like, side glide, kick, 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 side glide, kick, 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 right? Kick, kick, kick. And I'm like, okay, I can do this, I can do this. Do a little breaststroke, get a little breaststroke. I get to the first buoy. I'm like, I'm not going to do this. Meaning, I'm not going to finish this. Meaning, I don't have this. This is a whole other league. And I turn around thinking, just take a rest. Just take a rest. And I look behind me. And here comes the next group behind me. Just after I've just rested, I'm watching them. I'm like, oh my God, here comes the next group. They're going to come right over me. And then I start thinking, okay, so that group's going to come over me, and then the next group's going to come over me, and the next group's going to come over me. And I start realizing I'm just not ready. I'm not ready for this. And I'm not, oddly enough, I'm actually not sad about it. I have this moment where I realize you're just not ready yet. Not for the swim. You can stay in the water for an hour. You could do that. You can float for an hour. You can even kick for an hour. But you can't swim for an hour. Not in this. Not in this. This is not safe. So I paddle out to the paddleboard lady, and I look up and I'm like, I have to get out. You okay? Are you okay? Are you all right? You okay? I'm like, honestly, I can tread water for an hour. I'd be fine, but I'm not ready to do this swim. And I'd probably gone out about 300 meters. I'm going to guess I'd gone that far, maybe a bit farther, but probably about 300 meters. So she says, do you want to swim back? And all I can think is, are you freaking kidding me? Swim upstream against all those people who are swimmers? No. Should I send a boat? let's go back to that second where I said, there's no way in God's green earth anyone's going to haul me out of the water. And I look at her and I'm like, yeah, send the boat. So the boat comes, same thing. Lady, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm not in distress. I'm just not ready for this. So he says, do you want to ride? I'm like, damn straight I do. So what do they? I put my arms up like this. One person on this side, one person on this side, and they haul me up. They haul my ass into the boat, and I go, woo! Like this. And he says to me, he says, I think you're the first person to ever woo! When they get hauled out of the water. I'm thinking, I ain't your everyday person. So they haul me out, and I get to the dock, climb out on the dock, and here's the thing I notice. No one's looking at me. I was terrified, one, of losing my mind in the water. I was terrified of looking, terrified's too strong, not interested in looking bad out there. How about that? And I just noticed nobody cared. Nobody cared. And I felt really good, kind of empowered, actually, because it was the first time in my life. It sounds really funny, but remember that part I said about I've always been a tomboy, and part of my cancer journey was about reclaiming a softer me, a kinder me. I live in a body. I need to take care of it. And I have this realization that I just took care of myself. No one had to haul me out. No one had to rescue me. I knew in a moment in the water there that this was not okay. It's not good for me to be in here in this place. I need to get out. And I did. And then what happened? I'm like, if I catch up with my husband, he's like, keep going! Keep going! I'm like, keep going? I don't have to stop? He says, no one cares! Keep going! Keep going! I'm like, oh my God, okay. And then the whole race starts again. And I'm running. And I run to my bike. I run to my bike. And guess what? Can't find my helmet. I can't find it. I'm like, Todd, where's my helmet? Todd, where's my helmet? Where's my helmet? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, where did I put my helmet? And we start, I went to the bathroom. And I put it in the bathroom. Oh, no, it's not in the bathroom. Oh, and I'm running around the place looking for a helmet. Praying nobody notices that, you know, I don't have the little band thing on my ankle because they've taken it off because I'm now what they call a DNF, does not finish. And eventually, about 5 minutes in, we find the helmet, throw my helmet on, and I go. And I rock that bike. I have to admit, for the first 10 minutes, I replayed over and 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 over again. Did I do the right thing? You know, all the stuff that we do to ourselves. I did all that stuff too. I can't say I felt empowered the entire way. Of course I didn't. I'm human. I've thought it out and thought it over and over. Anyway, about 20 minutes in, I was like, screw this, I'm in. And I rocked that ride. I loved the ride. I loved it. One of my favorite clips is when I'm zooming by, Todd caught me. I'm like, yeah! I loved it. The sheer joy of being in the moment, in my body, totally strong, totally doing it for nobody else but me. Oh boy, I tell you, there's nothing like that. Then I finish the bike, park the bike, and I do the run. There's nothing to say about the run. It was just freaking magnificent. Magnificent. And so I parked, again, we're going to transition, leave the bike, get ready for my run, put my, you know, shoes on and all that stuff, come out, start running, and I run into Gina. Thank you, Gina. And I'm running, I'm like, I'm coming in for a hug! And I give Gina a massive hug. She says to me in my ear, she says, you did your swim, she said. And it just reminded, I don't know, it was the thing I was the most scared about. And it brought it all home that although I wasn't ready to do an Olympic swim, I did mine. And up until 10 days ago, I hadn't even been able to, no, 3 days ago, I hadn't even been able to turn my shoulder. I did mine, and I showed up, and I got in the water. And I was terrified a few days before, and I still jumped in, and I still went for it. So when I came across the finish line, And I noticed, oh my God, they're going to let me cross the finish line. They're going to let me cross the finish line. And I cross the finish line, and then they say my name. They go, Tina Overbury, 150. Oh my God, they're actually going to recognize me crossing the finish line. And I guess somewhere in the notes of who knows what, hold on, Motley, in the notes of who knows what, my story was in there. I crossed the finish line, and they say Tina Overbury, 150. It's a great story. She's overcome tonsil cancer, and she's a finisher. And I had so much respect for them, and so happy to have been given that chance to cross the finish line. And so that's what happened. I have lots of insights, but this video is long enough. I will tell you more. I'll do another one tomorrow. But for today, what I hope this story imparts to you is to keep going, and that the success really isn't in the finish line. The success is in the honoring of your story and showing up fully in your story. The success is in not giving up on you. The success is not even about being a triathlete. It's in your health. It's in your well-being. It's in being able to get up and look at this every day and say, I'm alive and I live here. Some days it's hard to get up than others. Some days you feel defeated by life in general. You think life's out to get you. Life's not out to get you that way. Life's out to get you. Life is here to get you. Half the time we just have to get that. Get it, that life has already got you. So that's what happened. Thanks for listening. I'll post another one tomorrow about what's going to happen next, because I have some thoughts about that. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in you. And thank you for believing in those around you, because we're the difference maker every day we get up. Talk to you tomorrow. I'm Tina O, signing off.